Veer Gatha Project. Hello viewers, my name is Devraj Singh and I am from class 11th Commerce. I study in HIND English Medium School GURUKOOL, Pune, Maharashtra. And my today's topic is the role of tribal uprising in freedom struggle. Events leading to tribal uprisings. The tribal population has always been conservative and protective of their culture, tradition and hierarchical customs. The rise of British colonization agitated the tribals. As the British government rose to power, they started introducing policies and laws which contradicted tribal beliefs and traditions. A major reason for tribal uprisings during colonial British rule was the protection of their traditions and customs. Another reason why the mainland tribal communities started a revolution was the native areas or woods. The tribal uprisings played a significant role in the broader freedom struggle. They not only challenged the British authority but also created a consciousness about the oppressive nature of colonial rule. Some of the major tribes involved in these uprisings were the Kol tribe, the Santhal tribe, the Munda tribe and the Kondh tribe. Some major tribal uprisings: Santhal Uprising, Paika Uprising, Kol Uprising and Bhil Uprising. Santhal Uprising. On June 30, 1855, over 10,000 Santhals were mobilized by their leaders Kanho Murmu, Chand Murmu, Bhairab Murmu and Siddho Murmu to revolt against the East India Company over oppression by revenue officials, zamindars and corrupt moneylenders. The seeds of the protracted rebellion, however, were sown in 1832, where the East India Company created Damini Kho region in the forested belt of Rajmahal Hills and invited the Santhals to settle there. Over the years, Santhals found themselves at the receiving end of exploitative practices aided by the British. After the rebellion broke out in 1855, both sides continued clashing till the uprising was crushed in. The British defeated the Santhals using modern firearms and war elephants in decisive action in which both Siddho and Kanho died. Paika Uprising. In several recent descriptions, the 1817 Paika rebellion in Odisha's Khudra is referred to as the original first war of Indian independence. That year, the Paikas, a class of military trainers traditionally recruited by the kings of Odisha, revolted against the British colonial rulers, mainly over being disposed of their land holdings. In the run-up to the revolt, the British had dethroned and exiled Khudra king in 1803 and then started introducing new revenue settlements. Kol Uprising. The Kols, along with other tribes, are inhabitants of Chota Nagpur. This covered Ranchi, Singhbhum, Hazaribagh, Palamo and the western parts of Manbhum. The trouble in 1831 started with large-scale transfers of land from Kol headmen to outsiders like Hindu, Sikh and Muslim farmers and moneylenders who were oppressive and demanded heavy taxes. The Kols resented this, and in 1831, under the leadership of Buddho Bhagat, the Kol rebels killed or burnt about 1,000 outsiders. Only after large-scale military operations ordered was restored. Bhil Uprising. After the British intruded into the Bhil territory in Maharashtra's Khandesh region, the tribals pushed back fearing exploitation under the new regime in 1880. The revolt was led by their leader Sevaram and was brutally crushed using the British military might. This uprising again erupted in 1825 as the Bhils sought to take advantage of reverses being suffered by the British in the First Burmese War. Some popular tribal freedom fighters: A. Bisra Munda and B. Alluri Raju. Bisra Munda. Bisra Munda was a tribal hero from the tribal belt of Chota Nagpur. Though he died at the age of 25, he is still remembered as a freedom fighter, religious leader and folk hero. He believed in the importance of cultural roots and influenced people to understand the importance of land and the rights that they possess with the land. He soon realized the intention of the British was to loot their lands and push the people into the deep pit of poverty and bonded labor. He fought against the forceful seizure of land and raised a rebellion against the British and the middlemen. Under his leadership, many protests took place, making his vision into a revolution. He was arrested and passed away in prison on June 9, 1900. Alluri Raju. A brave son of Andhra Pradesh, Alluri Raju sacrificed his life in the freedom struggle against the British. He is known as Manayam Virudu, hero of the jungle by the local people. He was a revolutionary at heart from a very young age. He inspired tribals to stand united as one against the British. He taught them guerrilla warfare so that they can not only safeguard themselves but also fight against the English army. He led the Rampa rebellion of 1922 in the Godavari districts, which are a part of today's Andhra Pradesh. In these areas, the land was extensively occupied by tribals and the British wanted to make use of it for commercial purposes. The rebellion broke out on August 1922 and took the form of guerrilla warfare, ending in May 1924 with the capture and shooting of Raju. Conclusion. The tribal uprisings were a crucial part of India's fight for independence, reflecting the spirit of resistance against the colonial rule. India is the hub of the tribal population in the world. The tribal world in India remained comparatively placid till the advent of the British colonization. The colonial system bore harshly on the tribal communities who were formed out of isolation and relatively intact social mechanism of control. Hence, they revolted more often than not and much more brutally than to the rest of the community, counting Indian peasants. The fight for acceptance and to maintain their identity still rages till now. Thank you.